Just coming off last night,
Yeah.
obviously losing by 39 points isn't ideal. Just what do you think kind of contributed to that slow start, especially in that first quarter?
Well, I don't think we handled the press very well. Turned it over 5 times in a row when they got into their press, and it turned into momentum for them, threes for them. And when you play a team that shoots a three really well, and then they're making it, they add up quickly. So you look up and you go from being like the score being 6-8 to the score being 18-6, and we never really recovered from it. I thought we played behind a ton offensively. I thought we came back in the third and fourth quarter and played ahead of the possession better offensively. We were able to get the ball inside. We had more movement. Defensively, I thought we played behind the entire time. We want to be ahead defensively in our possessions, and I just didn't think we did that. I thought that they dictated to us, and we reacted a lot.
What are some things that you saw that they maybe can build off of the last 4 games? I know Jada had 17 points. You said you guys could work inside maybe a little bit more.
Well, I would say for her, I thought she individually was ahead offensively in the possession. Like for her, we've talked to her a ton in the last 2 weeks about the next pass is open to you. Like not being frustrated because of how we're being guarded, whether that's people packing in the paint or doubling her, tripling her because of how well she's played. Like your next pass is where you're going to be open. Don't get frustrated. Don't stop posting. Work to be open for the next possession. And so for her personally, I thought she did a really good job last night of being ahead of her offensive possession and continuing to show chest to the ball and fighting for position. And so that was really good to see. We've got to continue to show on film where we can get the ball inside, how we can be better ahead offensively in our possessions, how we can dictate better defensively. I just thought they had us on our heels all last night.
Yeah, and during such a tough stretch, I think the last time I asked you, said we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves because nobody else is. That's still kind of the mentality.
Yeah, we can't. We've got a job to do. We've got to go in, and it's our job to help them prepare to come out and compete, and be ready to play. And so that's what we're going to do. We don't have any room to count how many people are on the bench, count how many people are not on the bench. Our job is to get better every single day in what we do, and that's what we're going to do.
And then what kind of challenges is Florida going to pose for you guys?
Florida probably is the fastest team that we've played all year in transition. They want to run. They're elite in transition. It's how they want to score. It's how they need to score. And so our challenge will be getting the ball stopped and forcing them into a half-court game. And we've got to do that not one time, not 10 times, not 20 times, but for 40 minutes. And so after we do that, then they've got multiple players who in the half court are really good at getting to their spots. They're really good at knowing what it is they want to do. So we've got to make sure that we're locked into our personnel. But it starts with just getting them stopped in transition.
With 4 regular season games left, what's the focus in this stretch?
I think it's for us, it's the process and continuing to get better. It's continuing to get better with where we are and who we have and what does that look like. And so are we getting better at getting to the layers of our offense? Are we getting better at having command of certain things defensively, like whatever that is based on the game and where we are? It's about the process of not only this year, but like what next year looks like. So how do we want to finish and what do we want it to look like?
When you talk about character too, I know you guys are as big on building young women
and
growing them. And this is a big character building thing they're having to go
through.
You're kind of watching that as they go through this as well.
Absolutely. For me, it's a great opportunity to talk about life because that's what adversity is, right? This is not a basketball thing. This is a life thing. Life is adversity. And so how do we handle that? And what we try to tell them is like, we don't want to say have a short memory where we don't care when we make mistakes or where we don't think about it at all. We want to learn from our mistakes, but in this game, especially in the moment in real time, whoever can do the next best thing the quickest usually wins, right? So instead of hanging our head when we miss a shot or when we turn it over or we miss a defensive assignment, like what's the next best thing I can do? And making sure that they can get back to that and get back on track and not stumble or have a 4-minute span go by where we're still stuck in what happened 3 possessions ago. So it's a great opportunity for us to continue to teach. Talked a ton about your mentality is your reality, and how you handle hard. And so just all those things and what our response to it is what's important during a time like this.